Welcome to Obstacle Running Adventures,
the podcast that fuels your passion for obstacle course racing, running, and adventure.
Since 2017, we have released weekly episodes for the seasoned pros,
weekend warriors, and everything in between.
We discuss the industry news, travel for live coverage,
and interview athletes and key voices in the athletic community.
We cover it all, from fundraising events, personal triumphs,
to world records, FKTs, and world championships.
Standing on the corner.
Now let's get started with your hosts.
Lost all my clothes.
Michael Stefano and Caitlin Ritter.
Hey guys, it's Michael Stefano.
And Caitlin Ritter.
And Caitlin, how was your weekend?
I feel like I've been in like a 14-day days of like nothingness.
Because you haven't worked all week.
I haven't worked in 2 weeks. I had a February break, and then we got 29 inches of snow, and they had to close school for the week.
Absolutely wild. I was able to have my first video game in a while, video game night, with some friends that came over. We went to the barcade. I surprised them with that. And I'm getting slightly sick, which isn't as fun. Let's give a shout out to our sponsors.
Shout out Mudgear. Use code ADVENTURE for 15% off your next Mudgear purchase. And Caterpie. I actually just bought 3 pairs of Caterpie laces today.
Oh, awesome. One for me, one for the neighbor, and who was the third for?
One for me.
Oh, yeah, because you got new shoes as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that code, if you want to use it like I did, is OCR Report 20 for 20% off.
Yeah, good to know that still works. And what about for Spartan and Deca and Tough Mudder?
Is it? I think it's OCR Report 20.
Okay. Sounds good to me. And shout out to the $3+ Patreon supporters, because it's the first episode of the month.
Birthday Boy Jason Dupree, Samantha Thompson, Matt Putton, Bradley Keel, Charlotte Engelman, Aaron Grinestaff, Laura and Stephen Ritter, Hank and Arlene Stefano, Cheryl Miller, Jessica Johnson, Christopher Hoover, Kevin Gregory Jr., Evan Irick, Ashley Race, Brent George, Justin Manning, Logan Nagel, Angela Bowers, Thomas Peterson, Seth Renderknecht, Steve Bacon, Robert Landman, and Jules Estes.
Yes. We're a little frantic because Lucy is out and about, and she just asked to go upstairs using her buttons that we taught her how to communicate with. That I do not regret teaching her, but it could be a lot sometimes. So Caitlin's going to go create her real quick while I get to thanking the OCR Report for being a great home for us on the internet, and to Will Hicks, the Podfather. Check it out over at theocrreport.com. Lucy just asked to go outside with her outside button. But back to the OCR Report, we will be doing a live stream at Citi Field, so please reach out to Jason Dupree or us if you're interested in being a rabbit. I don't know why I auto-translated to rabbitor. Auto-corrected. And a shout out to our sponsored athletes, Javier Escobar, Kelly Sullivan, Ryan Brizzolara, Joshua Reed, Kevin Gregory, and that's it. We don't have poll results this week, nor a meme or a badass of the week, and if we do, I will edit it in when Caitlin comes back. For quick news, I wanted to again shout out the New England OCR Expo that will be happening on March 28th. My God, that's coming up soon. In West Boylston, Massachusetts. Again, I am on the Expo board for this, but again, this could be a Deca Strong, there's going to be a 100-meter course, a bear crawl. It's going to be a good time. Lots of vendors like ourselves, and actually like the guest, he'll be there as well. So I highly encourage that you guys go there, and yeah, we'll see you there. Caitlin isn't back yet, so she won't be able to butcher these names. I will be able to. So USOCR posted their youth, junior, senior, masters, and veterans athletes. So links down below to check that out, as well as all these other news stories. Next up, an athlete named Jake Bale attempted to lunge an entire 26.2-mile marathon. He started the challenge by doing walking lunges, 1 rep at a time, but he had to stop around mile 2. Even getting that far is brutal, and he called it one of the toughest things he has tried. And he commented saying that we will be back. So I think this is interesting. I don't think he had any business in actually lunging a marathon, especially since he only made it to mile 2. From what I was able to gather, it looks like he was shooting for 4 miles. But, you know, lunging a 5K doesn't get you as much attention as lunging a marathon. So congrats to him. I could not lunge a 2 miles. I can lunge 1 mile. That's insane. Ashley Paulson sets the women's 100-mile world record in 12 hours, 19 minutes, and 34 seconds. This was reset for the second time in 3 months. So this beats the prior record by about 17 minutes, set by Catriona Jennings of Ireland last fall. And not so much a news story, but I got an ad for this event, which I thought was pretty funny because it was brought up a little bit during this interview, or so I was told. But May 16th will be the Bear Crawl OCR. So this is an actual obstacle course race called the Bear Crawl and not at all related to the Teddy Bear Crawl. World Obstacle posted a long screenshotted thing of saying that it is important that we recognize history. While there is no federated OCR World Championships between 2014 and 2022, there was an independently organized World Championship delivered by Adventury, which was better than what we have to offer. I added that last part. At the time, the community viewed this event as the de facto OCR World Championships, maybe because that's what it was called, and it's fitting that these past champions are officially acknowledged alongside more recent winners in the history of our sport. Anyone that earned a podium in 2014 to 2022 will be referred to as they rightly should be, a world champion. We thank the Adventury team for their athlete-centered approach in creating these pioneering events, and Spartan, the current owners of the rebranded OCR Community World Championships, for helping to bring our history and present together. So they were definitely a great World Championships. And it's interesting that they're like, oh, we thank the Adventury team, because to my knowledge, the Adventury team was not notified about any of this. And also, like, they don't really need to be recognized. Everyone really knows that is what it was. And so the people that were still clinging on to, like, oh, like that event didn't matter. Now I guess they're forced to accept it, thanks to World Obstacle. Caitlin still isn't back yet, but she sent this to me, that Jeff Galloway, the Olympian and pioneer of the run-walk method, died at age 80. So after qualifying for the Olympic Games in the 10,000 meters in 1972, he went on to become an influential running author. Another not a news story, but I thought this was quirky and interesting. Can you make butter while running? So this is a fun link down below. You can see two runners who have all the ingredients to make butter, and they put it in like a Camelback, and they just shake it up while running, and they find out how many miles it takes to make butter. And what really drove home how funny it was is that Strava posted, BRB, gotta tell the dev team that we have a new activity tag. I wanted to give a shout out to Rye Claxton, who is officially a dual citizen of both Canada and the United States. And I believe she celebrated with like a maple syrup shot or something. And wrapping up quick news, Spartan had their first U.S. National Series South event, which happened in Jacksonville. This was the Super. So for the men's podium, in third place was Paul Massey. In second place, Nick Riker. And in first place, Brent Trail. For the ladies, in third place, Petra Costa. Second place, Luisa Barteldez. And in first place, Cassandra Gill. And then for the Sunday sprint, the following day, because that's how weekends work, Sunday comes after Saturday. In third place was Rachel Waters for the ladies. Second place was Luisa Barteldez. And in first place, Cassandra Gill again. And for the men in third place, Jareem Wilner. In second place, Cole DeRosa. And in first place, Mike Strobel. That's all we have for news stories. There's 5 secret links down below as well. There you are. Caitlin, do you have a meme of the week, badass of the week?
No, I do not.
That's okay. Let's get to what this episode is all about. Caitlin?
Oh my gosh, wait, you went through all the quick news?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So this episode is all about the Teddy Bear Crawl Foundation.
Yeah, we had Mark Haverland on the show, and Caitlin took point on this interview.
Yeah, so I'm sorry that you guys are listening to me 2 weeks in a row.
That's fine. You did great from what I listened to. I'm like, I don't really have to edit this.
But we talked about
really good conversation.
His journey on how he's got started into fitness, his road to OCR, and how he started the Teddy Bear Foundation.
And how he may or may not have met Chris Hemsworth.
Spoiler alert.
You'll hear it in the interview.
Okay.
All right, let's get to the interview.
Which one is Chris? I wanted to ask, but I felt stupid. Thor. Was he the one married to Miley Cyrus?
I have no idea.
Let's start with your name and where you're from.
My name is Mark Haverland, and I live in northern Minnesota.
Okay, so are you a Vikings fan, a Bears fan, Packers fan?
I don't watch football.
Okay, fair. Neither does Mike, so I've converted him. I'm actually a Packers fan, so he is as well.
That makes sense.
I can
see why you asked.
Yes. When you said Central Time, I was like, Mike, do you think he's a Bears fan? Should I throw on my Packers sweatshirt? So we've had you on the show like quickly at the OCR, the New England OCR Expo, but we figured it was time to shine a light on the Teddy Bear Foundation. But before we get to that, can you tell me a little bit about how you found OCR, your fitness journey into OCR?
Yeah. So when right after COVID or 2020, my son actually wanted me to be Thor for Halloween one year. So I ended up joining a fitness app called Center, which is Chris Hemsworth's app. And
I didn't know he had an app.
Yeah. So he has this app called Center, CENTR. And when I joined that and I started doing the workouts, I actually ended up having such a great transformation becoming Thor. They actually featured me on the app.
No way.
Yeah. Yep. And I had a lot of success with that. And it kind of just created that addiction of fitness. You know how you get to that point where it's just creating the addiction. The great part about that app was there was a Facebook community where we all would post and get to know each other and help support each other. And through that, I met some very amazing people. Some of the people that I met have ran Spartans prior. Being in northern Minnesota, there are no Spartans near me. Like the closest, I got a Tough Mudder in the Twin Cities, which is still 3.5 hours south of me.
Oh my gosh.
And that's and the closest Spartan to me is the Whitewater Trail Run, which is 8 hours away. The closest actual event is 12 hours away. So I had no idea what Spartan was.
Mm-hmm.
But this group of us through that fitness app were like, hey, let's get together and get to meet people online, you know, the virtual friends, meet in person and go to a Spartan event with each other. And that's how we ended up coming up with meeting up for Dallas that next year. And we went and did the Dallas Beast as a group. For a lot of us, it was our first Spartan.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Wait, your first Spartan was a beast?
My first one was a super.
Oh.
But a lot of the group, they didn't do Spartans before and we're like, yep, we're going to sign up for a beast. And that's going to be our first one as a group.
You know what? Jump head first then.
Well, as a group, you know, I think it took us 7.5 hours as a group to go through. Cause I mean, a lot of us had no idea what we were getting into. I'm glad I went and did some runs prior to that meetup to get an idea and be better prepared. But it was more one of those where you go out with a group and you just enjoy the time with each other.
Yeah, that's how my first beast was Killington. And like, we didn't realize that you were like supposed to bring water and race nutrition and like maybe climb a mountain beforehand. So.
Well, climbing a mountain is what we do, right?
Right, exactly. But we did none of that. We didn't even have breakfast. We were just like, let's go.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
It was horrible. We were out there for like 10 hours. It was terrible.
Oh, yeah. But you completed it.
We did, yes.
I mean, just completing a Killington beast in itself is like, Killington is like that distant goal a lot of people have, and for that to be your first beast, it's like that's impressive.
yeah. Well, we live in Massachusetts, so it's like Killington.
It's a close one.
Yeah. So we were like, let's just try it. How hard could it be? No.
Right. Well, you found out.
I think about like I have not gone back and done Killington since then, but like I've done World's Toughest Mudder, and I think like to compare them, like I would do World's Toughest Mudder all day over going back to Killington.
I have yet to do either one of those. I mean, I'm central, I'm Minnesota, so going out to Vermont to be able to do Killington, that's quite the trip to make, although I travel all over as it is.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like the closest, I think you would have to like fly into Boston and then drive 4 hours to Killington. Like, I don't know if Vermont has airport. They must have an airport. That
area is so condensed. You could probably fly into any airport around there and just drive. I mean, like I said, where I live, I drive everywhere. People have no idea. Like, I'll drive a 12-hour trip in one day just to make it to a race. And people are like, why do you drive so far? That's ridiculous.
They're like, Mark, do you know airplanes exist?
But after you've taken the cost of the flight, the rental car and everything, it's cheaper just to drive.
That's true. No, that's fair. I grew up in New Jersey, so it's about a 4-hour drive. And like, that's my limit. I'm like, I could do 4 hours, no problem. But anything over that, I'm like, maybe 6, but 12.
Yeah. I got 12. 12 hours is usually my cutoff.
What kind of car do you drive?
I actually just have a Jeep Cherokee. So What I love about it, like actually my very first Spartan that I did, I drove from Minnesota to SoCal. I went and did the one in San Bernardino. But when I did that trip, I drove down there, and whenever I got tired, I'd pull over to a rest stop, fold the seats down in the back, and just fall asleep in the back. Like, I love the idea of living on the road.
Oh my gosh.
I just want to travel. And then after that Spartan event, I went from California. I drove from California to Florida. And then along that way, I noticed I did not realize Utah was as beautiful as Utah was.
Oh, I've never been. So
I stopped at Zion National Park and Arches National Park while I was coming through Utah. And I was like, this is absolutely beautiful. I want to come back here. And I just fell in love with that state.
That's amazing.
But yeah, I did a whole entire triangle around the United States driving on that road trip. And
how many miles is that?
I can't remember. Let's put it this way. I bought my Jeep brand new in 2022.
Okay.
So I've had it for 4 years, and I have 108,000 miles on it that I put on.
That doesn't feel, for the amount of driving that you do for races, that doesn't feel like a lot of mileage.
It doesn't feel like a lot of mileage. However, my car, for work, I have a work vehicle. So my car's mileage is all just like me doing, like, it's not commuting back and forth to work or anything like that.
That's fair.
It's all travel.
Good thing you bought the car and you didn't lease the car, because you would be paying fees out the wazoo.
Right. No, I love the Jeep. Like, a lot of people give me crap because it's a Jeep, and I'm like, I absolutely love this vehicle.
My first car was a 2000 Jeep Grand Cherokee, and when I drove that car until, like, it would not physically drive anymore. It was the best car. I loved it. I still talk about it.
No, when this car goes, like, I'm going to drive this one till it's ran into the ground, and then I'll get myself a Grand Cherokee, the next one up, and that's where I'm going to do it.
I love it. It was a 2000. So, like, but it was like luxury. It had like an 8-disc CD player in the trunk. It had heated seats. The sunroof eventually stopped working, and I had to, like, wedge a hockey puck in between the sunroof so it wouldn't leak, you know?
Oh, that's funny.
The best car. But perfect. So let's get back. I'm sorry. I can get so distracted. So anytime you're like,
I can have conversations about anything at any time or whatever. Like,
perfect. Same. Do we have a time limit? Do you need to be somewhere at a certain time?
I guess I got to be on the road by noon, so that gives us 2 hours.
Okay, perfect. I'll try not to take up the full 2 hours. So you drove to Texas.
I flew to.
Okay,
wait, which one are we talking about now?
The Beast. So you.
Okay, yeah, I flew to that one.
Okay, so you flew to Texas to do the Beast, and it took you a normal people time for, like, me, but, like, a long time for you. And then what happened after that? You just
we just started our little group that we call them the legendary Spartans, because Center calls all of their people legends.
Okay.
Right? So, like, everybody has their name of them. So we were legends in the Center universe, and we became the legendary Spartans, and we continued to actually make it an annual thing to where we would meet up in Dallas the following year.
Okay.
Throughout that time, though, that after that year is actually when I did my fitness certification. When I did my fitness certification, I ended up working with actually one of Chris Hemsworth's trainers, a guy by the name.
I have to ask, did you get to meet Chris Hemsworth?
I did not.
Oh, no.
I did not. I wish. I mean, it'd be great if he came and joined us climbing Mount Kilimanjaro later this year.
Right.
The closest I got to meeting him was I was on his Instagram page when I got featured. That's the closest I got.
Okay.
But no, when I did my fitness certification, I worked with a guy. His name is Joseph Cicada, but people call him Duh Rolk. He is actually a fitness trainer and the creator of Raw Functional Training in Southern California. He works with the Los Angeles Fire Departments, a lot of first responders, a lot of athletes like that. And I got certified in Raw Functional Training, became a trainer. But during that certification, part of his level 2 certification is we had to do a 2-mile bear crawl. And
oh my gosh.
After I did that fall, that's when this idea of bear crawling a Spartan sprint came up. Our group, we were very good at challenging each other to do dumber and bigger things.
Who doesn't love a group like that?
I mean, it sucks, but at the same time, it's like hard to say no when it's like, well, why not? Like when you got people that actually believe in you or are pushing you to do this, you got to go to the next route.
Peer pressure is very real as an adult.
It can be. It can be.
I feel like I get more peer pressured as an adult than I ever did in like my teenage youth years.
Right. But yeah, and then when we came up with this idea of the bear crawl, like the idea just came up to raise money to bring teddy bears to my local children's hospital, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that following year, like, it was funny because I went on to the Spartan pages, as one does on Facebook when you're new to Spartan and you're trying to figure out what to do or courses. Mm-hmm. And I asked, what is the flattest and driest course that Spartan offers? I'm sitting here thinking like I'm going to be bear crawling. I'm not telling people I'm bear crawling yet.
Right.
I want to see what the responses are on this. And I got a lot of flack for, well, that don't sound fun, or that's not hard. Like, why would you want to do that?
Mark,
I mean,
you have to Spartan the F up. What are you doing?
Right. And little did they know my intention was to bear crawl the entire sprint. So we ended up finding out that the February Arizona was one that was recommended the most.
Okay.
So we're looking at Arizona. And then we get there, and the day before my bear crawl, because it's a sprint, so it was done on Sunday, it rained all night long.
Oh, no.
It was raining as we started.
Oh, no.
So the whole dry aspect of this went out the window. And it didn't feel very flat bear crawling that. There was a good amount of ups and downs because I think even if they have just one small hill, Spartan will make you go up and down it every time to make sure they get every bit of elevation as possible. That first bear crawl hurt. That one was rough. I was underprepared. I didn't really have a good game plan because obviously nobody's ever bear crawled an entire Spartan race before.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you go into these things to be prepared for it, right?
Right.
But yeah, and then that ended up being successful. I mean, I finished. It took me like 4.5 hours to bear crawl the entire sprint, but
did you bear crawl like the carries or did you walk those?
No. So the rules, since this was something that I was doing and I made up my own rules on how to do it, the rule was I had to bear crawl. All forward progress had to be bear crawled.
Okay.
Right? But when I got to the obstacle, I could complete the obstacle and then continue bear crawling from that obstacle on.
Oh, that's nice.
If I failed an obstacle during this time, luckily for me, this was the year they changed the rules of having burpees for every obstacle and allowed us penalty loops. So when I failed obstacles, instead of having to do 30 burpees, I just walked the penalty loop. I was allowed to walk penalty loops.
What a nice little loophole you made for yourself.
I mean, it was no forward progress. It was still part of the obstacle technically, right?
Right.
But when I was first planning this, my expectation was everyone that I failed, I'd end up having to do 30 burpees on top of all this bear crawling. Spartan just blessed me, I guess, with not making me do burpees on these.
No, that is so lucky.
Because the bear crawling sucks, and a lot of people don't understand really how much damage happens to your hands.
Mm-hmm.
I had blisters forming and popping within my first time. And like the hanging obstacles tend to be the hardest to do when your hands are all muddy, whatever, from crawling. The hanging obstacles are what suck the most.
Right. I could imagine. Those usually suck the most, and I'm just running.
Right. What was crazy about that year too, though? So like after I completed that 5K bear crawl, that was also the year I ran my first road marathon, which was a couple months after that.
Oh my gosh.
But after we completed that bear crawl, we're like, why are we stopping at 5K? Let's go further. So then that's when we're like, you know what? Let's find a super to bear crawl. So we put it on the calendar to bear crawl the super in Dallas that October.
Oh my gosh.
So once again, that was our annual meetup as legends, right? We go down there and I complete the super bear crawl, and it was better physically because I had a routine of where I would bear crawl for 40 seconds, rest for 20 seconds. And I literally continued that the entire time.
Oh gosh.
And I just continuously did that. That was, I want to say that one took me 7 hours to complete that.
Oh my
or
gosh.
something like that. I think it was something like that. But one of the things that I like to always say about this is during this time, one of my good friends, Erica, you'll see her usually, you saw her actually at the expo last year. She was with me at the table. She's the one that literally would carry my backpack with all my nutrition, my water, and film everything for every single bear crawl I've done.
That's amazing.
Except for one. She was not at one of them. But my friend Emily was at this one, but this last year, I was trying to go for a bear crawl trifecta. I wanted to bear crawl a sprint, super, and a beast, right? We did the sprint in Michigan. Erica and Emily were both there as my crew for that one, and I successfully completed that. It worked out great. Going uphill is so much easier than downhill, and when I go downhill, I go backwards, so it's not as hard on my shoulders.
I was gonna say, going downhill, I feel like I would probably tumble down.
I turn around and I go backwards. It's still a bear crawl. It's just a reverse bear crawl.
Yep.
As long as you're in the bear crawl position. But then I went to Attica, and my intention was to do the super in Attica, bear crawl the super there. Attica, I did not realize how sandy or pea gravelly that course was.
Oh no.
Going into the bear crawl itself, mentally, I was not wanting to even do the bear crawl. I went in there really just underprepared, just mentally not there wanting to do it. And I made it 2 miles in, and I was like, I'm done. I can't do this. So I stopped. But during this time, this last year, I got really involved with Oscar Mike and the adaptive, Dealers of Hope and the adaptive athletes.
Mm-hmm.
So it was funny because when I failed my super, we came up on Oscar Mike, and I was pretty hard on myself during that time. I was pretty low, but then I was able to go and help the 2 chairs that they were struggling with
awesome.
The trifecta weekend there. And that actually helped me mentally bounce back from that failure in my eyes, right? But at that event, Emily was there with me on that one alone. And we came up with this idea because I was supposed to bear crawl the Newberry Beast this last year. And if I couldn't complete a super, I was like, how in the heck am I going to get a beast done?
Right.
And I felt like I let a lot of people down because a lot of people were wanting donations for this. The reason we do this is to bring teddy bears to children's hospitals. This is why we do this. It's not just because of the challenge. Everything I do that's a challenge to me, it has to have a purpose behind it. So Emily and I were talking, and Emily's like, well, why don't we do a relay on the Newberry Beast?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Right. So I liked that idea, and I put it out there that on the Facebook page about, hey, who would want to help us do a relay beast so I can still hit this goal of bear crawling a beast? It's the one distance I've never bear crawled.
Right.
And we had 5 of us for the entirety of the Newberry Beast.
Oh my God.
I had a lot of people that said when they see us, they'll help us. However, you had myself, Emily, Erica, Mike Creedman, Carlos Signini, and John Janelli. Actually, so 6 of us started off the beast. And John, he was like the recruiting champ, because in total we had, I want to say it was I can't remember the exact number. I want to say it was 367 people that passed us that all stopped to take a turn to help us bear crawl this entire beast.
That is insane.
It was beyond my, like, anything I ever imagined. Being able to have that many people just take a small section of the bear crawl. Some people did multiple times where they'd bear crawl and help us complete this beast. But the idea, all of us being able to go out there and bear crawl that far for the foundation was absolutely amazing.
And to have that support around you too, like
it makes you realize how alone you really are not. Right. When you have a support system, or you have friends like that, or you have people like that really support what you do. And it also goes to show like how much the foundation, not just the challenge, but how much the foundation itself and what the foundation's mission is, really means to other people as well. A lot of people that help us, they have some kind of a personal connection to having a child that has been in the hospital, getting a teddy bear for that comfort, or whatever it is. And we're just the ones that are doing stupid things to make that possible, to give that comfort to that child, you know.
And people love to support stupid ideas.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the Teddy Bear Crawl Foundation was built on the premise of providing comfort to children by us going and getting uncomfortable.
Oh, I love that.
Whether we are bear crawling or running ultras or whatever we're doing, we're usually doing stupid things that suck for the purpose that there's a child in a hospital that's in one of the probably the scariest position they've ever been in, most uncomfortable position they've been in. We're going to go out there and put our body through hell to be able to bring comfort to them, because they are the future. They're the ones that need to be cared about more than our old broken bodies.
I love that. And I think that's important too. Like, you're suffering, or the people who are doing this are suffering for what, 13 miles, 8 miles, like a 5K. Like, these kids don't have the option to just like stand up and walk away.
No, and that's one of the things I say often in my speeches before crawls is, we choose to come out here and do this. Those children do not choose to be in the hospital.
Right.
I will choose. I've had to slow down on some of my stuff that I do because I have caused damage to my hands. Whenever I bear crawl more than a mile anymore, I don't have any feeling in my hands anymore.
Oh my gosh.
I've caused damage to it, but I chose to do that.
Right.
The children don't choose to be where they're at.
No, they don't.
And what I love about it too is, like, we started with the premise of providing comfort. Well, now this year we're having another mission, right? So this year we are actually partnering with Dealers of Hope Foundation, and we are going to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. What we're calling is the Climb for Hope.
Are you climbing or bear crawling?
We're going to climb the majority of it, but we will bear crawl at the summit. So we will have the world's highest bear crawl.
That's super cool.
So from our foundation standpoint, we are going from only providing comfort to now we're going to be able to provide comfort and hope to children.
I love
because
that.
The mission that we're doing with this Climb for Hope is, in Tanzania, we're working on rebuilding a school and sponsoring kids to go to school there.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then here in the States, we are going to be working with foster system, our children that are in the foster system, and being able to bring foster kids out to these events to find this chosen family like I have out on the course, find that hope, see what they're able to do, right? Foster children are usually one of the higher risk for committing childhood suicide. And I personally do feel like we need to do more for our children, especially now, because childhood suicide is the second leading cause of death in children.
Oh, I did not know that.
And there is no reason that a child with as much of a future as they have ahead of them should think that they have no hope, no future. Very few people know my entire background, but everybody has their own struggles that they've had to face in life. Not one person's struggles is more than the others. Everybody has a childhood that probably in their mind was not a good childhood, right? Just because I say you have a childhood the way you have your childhood, you might think that it wasn't the greatest, or you might have these adversities in your childhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
I might look at that and be like, well, that's not bad because my childhood was this, right?
Right.
But we fall into this cycle of a pissing match of whose childhood was worse. It doesn't matter whose was worse or whose was not. A bad childhood's a bad childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Or
like trauma is trauma.
Trauma's trauma. It does not matter what it is or how it happened. The fact of the matter is it's there and it's affecting everybody in one way or another. It's how we deal with that and how we know. Like for me, I know I have people in my life that I can lean on whenever times are tough, right? Everybody should be able to have that group of people to lean on. Some of the closest people I've met in my life are through the OCR world.
Mm-hmm.
That's why foster children, being able to go out there and find these families, find these people that
build a community.
Yes, that Center Fitness app, they had a community on social media where we ended up becoming like family. Like we've known each other now for what year is it? 2026, so 6 years.
That's crazy.
Like 6 years. And actually, after this interview, I'm going to meet two of them that one traveled from Atlanta and one's from Wisconsin, and they're
oh my gosh,
coming up to go see some frozen waterfalls. Like,
wait, so are they driving or are they flying?
One flew to Minnesota and then the other picked her up, and now they're driving.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure if it was all of you that just drive everywhere or just you.
Generally me, I'm just the idiot. But no, it's amazing how close you can get with the people out there on any type of obstacle course racing event, or not even just OCR, but just they tell you never to meet people online, but I think the best people that I've met are ones that I've met on the internet.
Okay, but you met them in like a controlled group, right? Like you weren't just you weren't on Reddit being like, or like Craigslist.
No, that's true.
Being like,
but still online.
Yeah, true. Well, like I feel like people who like date, like use like Bumble and like Tinder and stuff, they're like, well, like I met my husband online. My mom always told me like, don't meet people online.
Right. Never get in a car with a stranger. Oh, I won't. I'll just meet them online, meet them at the airport for the first time and rent a car or share this cost.
I remember when Uber first started happening, my mom's like, so you're going to get in the car alone? I was like, yeah, I am actually.
Oh, that's funny.
So how did you get involved? So like you now have like the Teddy Bear Foundation, and you don't, but like the people who fundraise or donate money can now bear crawl the Spartan Kids course. How did that come into play?
So when I was doing my 10K bear crawl in Dallas, Brian Gray, who is now on the board of the Teddy Bear Crawl Foundation, and Steve McDonald, who was working for Spartan at the time.
Wait, does he not work for Spartan anymore?
Oh, no, he still works for them.
Oh, okay. The way you said that, I was like...
No, I'm sorry. I was talking about that. Yeah, he still works for them. They saw me on course, and both of them contacted Dan McDonald about this idiot bear crawling. And then we ended up getting onto a call. Myself, Brian, and Dan got onto a call and discussed how we can make this something with Spartan at Spartan events. And we kind of came up with the idea. Brian came up with this idea that, Spartan people love medals, and nobody's ever had a kid's medal, or an adult can't get a kid's medal. So how about we bear crawl the kids course so adults have a way to get that orange medal? Because some adults are going to want that orange medal, right?
Yep, I have mine hanging up behind me. It goes, World's Toughest Mudder, Spartan Kids Race, Spartan Spring.
And that Dan McDonald and Brian Gray and I got together, and we kind of formed it. And then Dan ended up bringing Mr. Steve from the New England OCR Expo in. And now Steve is actually on the board for the Teddy Bear Crawl Foundation as well. So the four of us are the board, or main board. We've actually just recently added Carlos Signini onto the board as well. That way we have 5 people. That way, if we ever have any tie-breaking votes needed, we have a tie-breaking vote, right?
That's a great idea.
Plus, Carlos is an absolute amazing person. He is actually one of them that I met at that very first Spartan off the internet through that app. And like, we've gotten to see each other grow in Spartan, because I know when he did his first Spartan, and he knows when I did my first Spartan. He recently he was a summer death race finisher. He's done the Agogi.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. He's podiumed. He is an absolute animal. And he's a really nice person, very down to earth. You can't find anything bad to say about him. And he's somebody that I absolutely love being able to call a friend. And then he's been able to see me from these bear crawls and the growth of the foundation and everything. It's just amazing to be able to see your friends. These are the type of friends you need, are the ones that actually sit there and support you as you do good, amazing things, instead of me sitting here getting jealous because of him accomplishing all this stuff. Right. I'm happy for him. I love the idea that he's able to do this stuff.
I love that. And I think too, like, part of the community is like, yeah, like, we're excited. Like, I'm never going to podium, right? Like, that's not something I'll be able to do, but like, I'm really excited when my friends do.
Right.
And I'm not
to me, that's actually my goal now, right? So the bear crawls that I've been doing these last couple of years kind of had me set my goals to the side for a while. My goal was to always podium, or else I wanted to always do the death race, but it always falls in the same weekend as the Twin Cities Tough Mudder. And I just the bear crawls kind of made my goals be pushed off a bit. I did podium a 10K trail run in Wisconsin. And then last year I was at the Para World Championship. I was on Amy Haskell's team.
And crushed it. I saw.
Yep. She ended up getting a podium, but that wasn't my podium. That was her podium.
Right.
So this year, my goal is I do want to podium a super. I've been training to try to get to where I can podium a super. But it's fun when you get to see, like, everybody has different goals, right? That very first Dallas event, Erica, she wanted to complete the rope climb. That was her big goal. And we have it on video of her completing that rope climb. It's like everybody came into tears when she was able to succeed that. It's like, why am I crying when it's her goal?
Yeah. And I think too, like, sometimes it's hard, and like, I'm guilty of this. Like, so I ran World Stuff's Matter for the first time, and I ran 40 miles, and like, my goal was 35 miles. So 40 was like really exciting. But then like, I was talking with I came home and I was talking to my coworkers, and I was like, yeah, but like 40 is not a big deal. Like, the winner ran 115 or whatever he ran. And they were like, do you hear yourself? You ran 40 miles and you're like, oh, that was really shitty. Like,
it's something that I think all of us fall into it, because I do it as well. I fall into the trap of, I've accomplished, like, when I look back on, I always tell everybody in high school, I was a bench warmer. I have a basketball sitting up on my shelf over here that I got because I scored 4 points my varsity career.
Oh,
right? Like that. I was not a player.
Right.
And I sit here and I look at where I'm at right now, and it's like, holy crap. Like, I've been able to do this. Like, a foundation was started because of something that I did. Right. But then I catch myself looking at some of these other individuals, and I'm like, oh man, I wish I could do that. And it's like, hold up, Mark. Like, comparison is the thief of all joy, they say, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, you have done some amazing things. Be proud of what you have actually done. Like, you have to kind of have that self-talk and that self-reflection. But the way everything works on social media, the way society is, it's hard not to compare yourself. But that's where, like, you even, like, when I have the friends that I have, they'll put me in check. Like, some of the best friends you have are the ones that will not hesitate to tell you to shut up.
Yep. Like, that's what my coworker was like, do you know how long I could run not 40 miles? And I was like, oh yeah, you're right. Like, okay. That's like the entire, like, width of Rhode Island. Like,
right. Yeah.
But it's important to like have those friends that will celebrate you. Like, no matter how big or how small, like, we need cheerleaders in the world.
You do. And I know there's people that sit there and say, oh, you need to work in silence and let the and not worry about what other people say. We all worry about what other people say. What if you sit there and say you don't care what other people think? I can tell you you're a liar. You care about what somebody thinks. I promise you. I used to be the guy that sat there and said, I don't care what people think of me. Deep down, and when I have realization, I do care what other people think about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I take pride in trying to be a good person and trying to do good things. So when somebody is disappointed in me, it shows I do care what people think.
Oh yeah. I'm a people pleaser by like, that's just who I am as a person. And like, when I was training, I like didn't tell anybody that I was like running, that my husband knew and like a couple of our close friends knew, but like my coworkers didn't know, my boss, like all these people. And then like I went and like hard launched it essentially. And they're like, why didn't you tell us? I'm like, because I didn't want to disappoint you. Like I didn't want to be like, oh, I've been training for this thing and I have these goals. And then like, what if I don't meet those goals? Like, yeah, I'll be disappointed. But no, but also like the other part of that is like, nobody really cares. It's like they love when you accomplish things, but when you fail, like they're not going to be like, you know what? I'm not going to be your friend anymore, Mark, because you didn't podium at the Super.
Well, and that's honestly how I felt last year when I failed that Super bear crawl, right?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I let so many people down because everybody knew I was going for this bear crawl trifecta. Mm-hmm. It was something that I put out there. I try to put it out there because obviously I'm trying to fundraise for the foundation.
Right.
And I felt like all the people that donated for me to be able to complete this and I didn't complete it, I let all those guys down.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't take long for me to find Oscar Mike on the course and be like, okay, my failure does not define who I am.
100%.
I DNF'd 3 different events last year. And I've come to realize, hey, we're 2026 and nobody gives a crap about my DNFs. I DNF'd the Cincinnati Ultra. It's actually where I got a picture on the wall with my DNF sign. And then I DNF'd my first 50-miler attempt. I ended up making it 47 miles or something like that. And I missed the last transition by 10 minutes.
Oh, no.
And then I DNF'd that Super bear crawl.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I sit there and look at it, I can sit here and sulk in the idea that I DNF these. The fact that only a handful of people even completed the Cincinnati Ultra as it was last year.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that nobody's ever bear crawled a Super other than myself to begin with that I know of.
Right.
And I DNF that. And the fact that I've never ran 50 miles before, but 47 miles was the furthest I've ever gone. And I DNF that. It's like, okay, you might have DNF'd, you might have failed those runs,
mm-hmm.
but you're doing things nobody has ever done,
right?
Or that very few people have done,
or things that you've never done before,
right. And I've learned a lot about it. I learned, like, to be fair, I was not training at all last year. Like all these events that I did, so for the Cincinnati Ultra, I ran 6 miles in preparation for the Colorado Ultra, which was the weekend before.
Oh my goodness.
So I flew to Colorado. I did the Ultrafecta in Colorado. And then I spent the week at Rocky Mountain National Park, flew back to Minnesota, drove from Minnesota to Cincinnati, and then failed the Cincinnati Ultra a weekend after doing the Ultrafecta,
mm-hmm.
with 6 miles as my longest training run I ever did.
Insane.
So, and that's the same with the 50 miler. I never ran more than 6 miles leading up to my 50 miler.
Mark, that is insane. So are you supposed to run, like, they say if you can run like half the distance, you can double the distance like on race day? And here you are running 6 miles. But I can't be hard on myself for not finishing or failing these runs when that was the preparation I did. I mean, you live and learn. Yeah. And your adrenaline will take you pretty far, I've learned. It can. Yeah. But there comes a time when you have, so the 50 miler, I ended up getting a blister on the bottom of my foot. Oh, no. And that was at mile 20. So I did 20 miles with a blister on the bottom of my foot. Did you know you had the blister? Like, did you take your shoes off?
Oh, you could feel it. It was right on the ball of my feet between my toes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I felt it.
Yeah.
I was just hoping it wouldn't pop, but at some point I was like, I really hope you pop.
Yeah, I had a blister and then like my toe essentially like degloved itself.
Yeah.
And I was like, I remember being like, Mike, I just want to take my shoes off. He's like, nope, keep going. Like, looking at it's not going to make it any better. And I was like, but maybe it will.
Right? Yeah. No, it's funny how when you're in some of those situations, what a normal person or a normal work day or whatever would cause you to have to do something different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you would stop, you would take care of it, do whatever, right? But when you're in the middle of these events, it's like you don't even really think about it. You're just like, well, this is dumb, but we're still going.
Yeah. Yep. You're like, this is so stupid. What am I doing?
My biggest thing is like, I hate wasting money generally, unless it's something that I'm very impulsive with. But I sign up for these runs and I'm like, well, I'm not getting a refund, so I might as well do it. That's
actually how I ended up 6 miles, but I can run 50.
That's how I ended up skydiving. Like, I knew as soon as the plane was going to take off, I lost my refund. So I was like, I'm scared of heights.
Oh my gosh.
So like, yeah, I was like, well, the guy that I was jumping with, he told me, he's like, he's got stuff to live for. He's got a girlfriend he has to get to that night. So I'm like, well, at least he has something to live for because he'll make sure we don't die.
My brother is 4.5 years older than me. And when I turned 18, like the next week we went skydiving. And I remember like, we're like getting ready to go in the plane. And the guy's like, so I always like to ask, do you want me to force you out of the plane? Or are you like, you get to the top and you're like, never mind. And you'll just drive back down. I was like, no, you're going to force, I'm not wasting $300. You're going to force me out of this plane.
Yeah.
Like, we're just going to do it. Like,
yeah, just get it done with. And in all honesty, after that happened, for my skydiving situation, I was like, I want to do it again.
Yes, we got to the bottom.
It was one of the most.
Let's go.
It was one of the most thrilling, most adrenaline pumping things I've ever done. I'm still scared of heights, but I will do that again.
But I don't think you realize like how high you truly are until you're like on the edge of the plane, and at that point, like I had a grown man like strapped to my back, like we were going.
Yes. Well, yeah, when I was dangling out the side and he was on the edge of the plane and I'm just sitting there and looking up, I'm like closing my eyes, not worried. Like, I don't like going upside down either. So when we came out and he did his little flips and stuff, I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
But then when we started free falling, that was fine.
Yep.
But as soon as he pulled that chute and then he loosened the straps and he had like a little drop when he loosened the straps when we were coming down, I was like, oh God.
Yeah. Well, I think the worst part of the whole experience is when they like pull the chute and you like fly back up. Like, oh, I was not expecting that.
I mean, you don't really fly back up. You just stop.
Yes, but it
feels like you're flying back.
My harness was so far up my legs and up my butt that I was like, what is happening?
My circulation was getting cut off on my legs. They say you're supposed to have it pretty tight. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
As long as you don't lose me.
Yeah, and I'm like, you are the expert. So if you think it needs to be tighter, go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But getting back to the teddy bear crawl.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. So I know, so you fundraise to do the kids course. And then I noticed that, I don't know if this is at every teddy bear crawl. But now, so you get the kids medal and then you also get one of these.
Yes. So Mr. Gabe from Obstacle Wonderland.
Do you know his last name?
I know it. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Darn, I was hoping you could pronounce it for me, but okay.
Nope. He reached out one time about making 3D medals, and he ended up creating these cool little medals. And I was like, oh, these are awesome. Definitely we'll use these.
Yeah.
Little did I know that there was expectation to have a different medal for every event for that event. Like I was like, this is too much. Like, I feel bad because Gabe, I've only met him briefly, like when I was at the expo. I have never really had a good conversation with him in person. Otherwise, it's always been over Messenger.
Okay.
Steve knows him very well.
Yes.
But I will say from my experience with Gabe, he will never ask for anything in return. I have offered stuff in return, and he either just ignores you because he's not going to take anything, or he just says, we'll figure it out. Or, like, he never allows you to pay him back.
Right.
And he just seems like one of the guys that has such a big heart for this, but it's like, dude, you got to take a little bit. Like, you can't constantly give.
Right.
But I love it. I mean, I'm for it. I feel guilty every time we get them because it's like, I need to give you something.
Right.
But no, I see at the expo that we're getting some nice patriotic ones there.
Yep.
And it's just, I love how they get to have fun with it, and it gives the people participating something extra to look forward to, right?
Yeah. What made you decide teddy bears and not just like stuffed animals? Or was that just...
Because I was bear crawling.
Okay, that makes sense.
So when I first started this, when I did the first 2 bear crawls for myself, I had my GoFundMe pages to run it, because we weren't an actual nonprofit at that point. And I called it the Bear Crawl for Bears.
Okay, I like that.
Right? The problem was, a lot of people thought I was raising money for like polar bears or like actual bears. They just thought I loved bears, which was crazy because my very first...
Do you love bears?
I mean, I love bears. Like, they're bears. I just, as long as they stay away and don't attack me or eat my garbage, or like they're around northern Minnesota.
You wake up from your car nap and you're just like surrounded by black bears.
I mean, bears are more scared of people than we are of them. They run off. They don't want anything to do with you unless you get in between the mama and her cub. You're very well safe around bears.
Except for polar bears, I've heard.
I never ran into one, so I couldn't tell you.
Isn't there a saying? It's like brown. It's like, but it's like polar. It's like, oh man, I wish I could remember what the saying was, but it was like brown lay down, black go back, white good night, or something. Because like the polar bears will just like, they think of you as like a seal.
I guess I honestly don't know. All I know is like with the black bears here, you just got to be loud and be big.
Yeah.
They'll scatter off. But yeah, it was funny because when I did the sprint bear crawl, that's when that movie Cocaine Bear came out. So everybody thought I was bear crawling because of the movie Cocaine Bear.
Wait, so were you funding the cocaine or were you trying to get the bear to rehab?
I really don't know at that point, but so we had to change the name of the foundation, so there was a lot less confusion. So we had to make sure Teddy Bear was in there.
Mark, that's so funny.
Yeah, we just had to make sure that we've clarified a few things. We're a children's organization, right?
Yes. Not a National Wildlife Foundation. It's
right,
a
yes.
Children's Foundation. So that is so funny. So it started off with you just bear crawling various Spartan distances. How has it felt like seeing it expand to now people are signing up at the kids to do the kids races? I saw that Gabe at Obstacle Wonderland is like doing a teddy bear crawl. There'll be a teddy bear crawl at the New England OCR Expo. Like, this is really like your baby cub.
I honestly am blown away. Like I tell people a lot, like I grew up in a town of 200 people. Oh. I graduated with 18 kids.
What? Public school?
Yes. That was actually a public school that had 3 towns going to the school.
No way.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Little Fork Big Falls High School is the school I went to, and it's a building that was kindergarten through 12th grade, one building.
Oh my gosh.
So
I didn't know those schools existed.
So the idea that we have more people participating in this than I graduated with is mind-blowing to me, right?
Yeah.
Just 2 weeks ago, we signed our event contract to where December 17th, we are having an actual official gala for the foundation in Orlando at the Orlando Science Museum.
That's amazing.
There's this big T-Rex that they have, like fossil T-Rex. We're going to be having our foundation's logo in the mouth of the T-Rex to get photos with.
That's so cool. So
the idea,
being the teddy bear.
What was that?
The T-Rex is going to be like nomming on the teddy bear.
Oh, we should get a teddy bear up there. Yeah, that's a good idea. But the idea that I come from such a small logging community, small area in the world, to where I'm involved in talking to the people that I'm talking to, or having a foundation that does the things that it's doing, it's humbling. Like I can't believe it's happening. After my bear crawl in Dallas 2 years ago, I was done doing obstacle course racing and traveling. Like it gets expensive, obviously.
Right.
But the foundation just became what it is, and I'm like, well, looks like I'm continuing.
Right.
And I'm honestly very glad that I did.
And like the growth, like to think that it's only been 2 years since you like were like, I'm going to do something stupid, to now like you have a foundation.
It is, the growth is amazing. There are times we need to kind of tell ourselves to slow down too, because we don't want to go too much too fast. Like last year we had 20 some events.
Oh my gosh.
In 20 different, like I think it was like 23 or 24 bear crawls we did across the country. This year we numbered it down. I think we have 10 total.
Okay.
The reason we brought it lower was it got to be hard to promote each event the way it should have been promoted. All of us got stretched really, really thin. We all have lives. We all are part of multiple organizations.
Right.
Myself, I'm the president of the Teddy Bear Crawl Foundation, but I work with Oscar Mike, Dealers of Hope, and then Oscar Mike has this new thing coming off, or not Oscar Mike, but Joe from Oscar Mike. She's a para athlete, but she's got her Dirty Dozen group that she's having, which is more of a competitive side of Oscar Mike.
Oh wow!
So like Oscar Mike is good on getting the veterans out there, but they don't really want to do the competitive side of it. They just want to get veterans on the move, right? Well,
right.
We have some of these para, especially with the para championship now, we have some of these veterans that are, well, we want to be competitive. And that's where this Dirty Dozen group is coming in, and they're getting to be able to do like the ultras and chairs and
that's
do
awesome.
the para championship type things. But through these other organizations, I have been able to meet some very amazing individuals. And it's just, I can't believe where I'm at. I have a hard time believing it.
Yeah. So you'll be at 10, not you, but the Teddy Bear Crawl will be at 10 locations. Do you know which 10 locations yet? Can you release that information?
We do. We have it on our website. We have the event schedule at teddybearcrawl.org.
Let me take a look.
So we have that schedule out there for where we're doing half-mile teddy bear crawls. We are going to be doing the Manitou Incline in Colorado, actually the Friday before Colorado.
Oh.
That is going to be part of our Climb for Hope fundraiser for those that can't necessarily make it to Africa to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. And then we will be climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. And then December 17th, which is a Thursday, it's the Thursday before Central Florida.
Okay.
Is going to be our gala. And the reason we did a Thursday was because Orlando's 2 hours away from Central Florida. We don't want people at a gala drinking and then driving down 2 hours to race the next day. So it allows you to go have this fun the night before and then travel to the actual event in Central Florida.
No, that makes sense.
But
so I pulled up the website. So what just happened? March 28th, you'll be at the New England Expo, OCR West. Oh my goodness. OCR Expo.
Yep.
West Boylston, Massachusetts. And then March 15th, you'll be at the Houston Trifecta. April 5th, San Jose. May 31st, Colorado Springs. June 7th, Tri-State, New York. August 9th, Boise. August 17th, the New England's OCR Spartan Weekend. September 27th, the Midwest Trifecta. October 8th, Dallas Trifecta. And then what you were just talking about, the Orlando Sprint Weekend.
Well, no, Orlando Sprint is actually before. Orlando's in November, right?
It just says TBD, so I just assumed
okay.
it was.
So the Orlando Sprint Super is a different venue. That's in Orlando, but that's November.
Okay.
Right? So Central Florida is going to be just the gala. We're not technically doing a bear crawl. We might
You should make people bear crawl.
At the gala?
Yeah.
No. Okay, so this is the purpose of the gala. Okay. We know everybody as being muddy, dirty, gritty.
Yep.
Right? I personally, this is a selfish thing of mine. I like to get suited up every once in a while. I want a gala for us to be nice and suited up and looking good, having fun, and really it's a way for us as a foundation to try to grow and expand outside of just OCR.
That makes sense.
Right? There's a lot of people out there that have
money.
The ability, yes. I was going to say the ability to donate.
Sorry, that's way more probably what you should be saying.
But in order for us to really grow and make as big of an impact as we want, we need to step outside of just the OCR community.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where my idea, for one, the gala is an opportunity for us to reach more people. But I really want this gala to be a celebration of what the Teddy Bear Crawl Foundation has been able to achieve.
I love that.
Because, like you've said, in 2 years, we have grown and achieved so much. And it's not because of just one person. It's because we've been able to surround ourselves with people that take this foundation and the mission to heart, believe in it, and really push and work to make it become what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I could have never done this on my own. Like I said, after my super bear crawl, I was done. I wanted no more. Now we're a couple years later and we're climbing Mount Kilimanjaro.
That is insane. Insane. So if people want to come to the gala, support the gala, help you fundraise, what should they be doing? How do they do that? For the gala? Or for the gala right now, we are very early in the planning stages. Okay. We don't even have tickets released yet. We probably won't release tickets until like the second half of the year when it gets closer to actually December, right? That makes sense.
We are looking at trying to find companies to sponsor, or if they want to sponsor a table or something like that, right? Or offer silent auction items. Okay. Right. I know I have a friend of mine who makes custom cornhole boards, or bags boards, and he's going to make custom Teddy Bear Crawl Foundation cornhole boards to auction off. I have another friend who does blacksmithing or bladesmithing. He's going to make a Damascus steel knife to be able to auction off. So items that we're able to have that we believe will be used in the silent auction, and we're also trying to make it to where the silent auction is virtual. We have a virtual one as well as an in-person one.
That's a good idea.
That way, if you're not able to make it, which I don't know why you wouldn't want to go suit up in Orlando. I mean, it's Orlando for one.
Right. And also like December, it's going to be cold where I live. I'm all for being like, you know what? Screw the snow. I'm out of here.
And I know like this is something that I want really bad. Like the gala to me is very selfish. If I don't like doing stuff for me, but I like it.
Are you going to be like full tux or just the suit?
Just suit. No, if I required tux, for one, I wouldn't like it. For two, it's hard for me to get some of the board members as it is out of blue jeans. Like, you got to realize the people that we have on the board. I'm I've worked construction my entire life. I deliver propane right now as my job.
Okay.
We're not white collar people.
Yeah. No, Mark, I'm in slippers, shorts, and a sweatshirt. So and it's we're about to get 20 inches of snow. So I get it. Like
so that's why I like being able to suit up. I like to be able to clean up every once in a while, and I want to see the people that we know out on course. I want to be able to see them. In all honesty, one of the things that I love seeing the most is I like seeing the pictures from the Oscar Mike ball and how much they all get nice, fancied up, right?
Yeah.
But you also know that's a bunch of veterans. Me as a veteran, I know how veterans can get when we party. Oh yeah, I was in the Navy, stationed in Yokosuka, Japan for 4 years.
Oh, well, thank you for your service.
I partied for 4 years, but you're welcome. But no, when you get veterans all suited up, yeah, they can be good and respectable for a while, but veterans are veterans. We are a different breed.
Wait, Mark, I need to go back to were you on a boat for 4 years or like?
Yes, I was stationed on the USS George Washington, which was an aircraft carrier over in Japan. It's the United States, or it was the only forward deployed aircraft carrier for the United States, meaning it was the only aircraft carrier we had that was stationed in another country and not in the United States. Every year we would get deployed out to sea during the summer months, pretty much from spring to fall. We were out to sea doing exercises with all these other countries, our allies over in that area. I got to visit every year. I'd get to go and see a different country or go to the same countries. Cool. So our home base was Yokosuka, Japan, but every year I'd end up in South Korea, Hong Kong, the Philippines, Malaysia, Singapore, Guam, Thailand. So like I got to see a lot. Mm-hmm. And I honestly think that was really what kind of put that need or want to travel all the time in me.
Yeah.
I love traveling. I love seeing new things. I tell people all the time, it's very controversial. I don't like the idea of public school. Because I've learned more by traveling than I ever did in public school. Now, granted, I graduated with 18 kids. My public school wasn't very resourceful.
Right.
So, do I regret the way I grew up or regret being from a small community? Absolutely not, because you learn how to take care of each other, right? Mm-hmm. I think that gets lost in a lot of these bigger communities.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But I have no intention of living there again. There's so much in this world for a person to see. Mm-hmm. There's so much in this world for a person to learn. There are days that I miss being in the military. Do I regret getting out? Absolutely not. But I do miss it. Mm-hmm. It especially when you have to deal with some people, because in the military, everything's structured. Everybody knows their place. Out here in the real world, nobody knows their place.
No, no, they do not.
But it's just one of those things where it's like, I've been very fortunate in my life to say yes to opportunities that have worked out. Granted, there's been a lot of things that I've said yes to that have not worked out. Mm-hmm. But I believe that if you surround yourself with the right people, cut off the people that are doing you wrong. Like, if you do me wrong, I'll cut you off. I have no time in my life. Life is short. I have no desire to have somebody that's a negative person be in my life.
Right.
I have no desire of associating with people that are only for personal gain or personal benefit. If that's the type of person you are, okay, that's who you are. I don't want to associate with you.
Right.
It's crazy to me because, like, I'm pretty sure, I believe he's actually one of the guys you guys work with quite a bit, Kevin Gregory.
Yeah.
Right. So he was on the Amy's team for the Para Championship, and he is a very successful person.
Yep.
He is very successful in everything he does. And he's one of the nicest guys to talk to. He's not trying to step on anybody for his own personal gain.
Right.
Those are the type of people that I like to surround myself with.
I was just so nervous. I was like, I think Kevin Gregory's a really nice guy. Where is Mark going with this? I was like,
no. I
was like, is Mark about to shit talk? And I'm going to be like, oh my gosh.
No, Kevin Gregory is a very good guy. I have no issues with him at all. He is, and he I like to use him as an example because he's everywhere when you talk DECA or like somebody who's like at the top of the game, right? Mm-hmm. He's somebody everybody knows.
Yeah. And
then because I've done a lot of work or events where I've met celebrities. I used to do autograph collecting. I used to meet a lot of celebrities and stuff like that. And that saying of "don't meet your heroes," right? It comes like it is true, but at the same time, you have people that are at the top of the game and that you look up to that are really just genuinely good people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I like to use Kevin Gregory as an example because a lot of people strive to be as good as he is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like nobody's ever going to get the assault bike as fast as he does.
No. No.
But he is, he's one of those guys that you see how successful he is, but he doesn't let it get to his head.
No.
And
he surrounds himself with the nicest, kindest people.
Yeah. Well, he was talking to me about his underdog team and how he doesn't care if you're the world's best athlete in the world. If you're a horrible person, you're not going to be part of underdog.
Right. One of my favorite things was when I was out at World's Toughest Mudder, Joe Rucco, part of Underdog. He's the one that won it. And I know him from we've done decas at Kevin Gregory's gym. Joe's in New England. We see him every time this man passed me. He's like, "How's it going, Caitlin? You good? You good?" I'm like, he passed me a lot. This man ran over 100 miles. It was every time. And then every time Kevin passed me, he's like, "What's going on? We good?" I'm like, you don't have to do that. It's 3 a.m. It's pitch black. I don't know who's passing me.
Well, and it's people like that I love on the OCR course, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I'm out on the OCR course, a lot of people give me crap because I always tell people they're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Right? I always go by, I tell them they're doing a good job. Thanking the volunteers at events is something that I will always do. Tell them thank you for volunteering because, for one, the volunteers are really what allow us to do these races because they're limited on how many paid employees they actually have.
Right.
But just trying to be personable and just be kind to people. It's not hard.
No. Back in the day, OCRWC was in Vermont. This was pre-COVID. And I remember the athletes were winning and Jesse Bruce, top Canadian athlete, crushing it. Guess what he's doing? He's back after he wins. He's back on course volunteering and giving people pointers. And I'm like, you could easily have been no, I'm just going to go back to my hotel room. I don't need that.
And that's honestly with the Teddy Bear Crawl Foundation, we try to if we feel like you're a good representative of humanity, we want you to be part of our organization.
Yeah.
If there's anything about you that we don't really believe in or don't feel fits right with us in our organization, I don't want to work with you.
Right.
I tell people all the time, if you pay attention to social media or the news, you're going to think the world is going to shit.
Yep.
Right? If you go to an OCR race, you're going to realize there's more humanity out there than you ever thought.
Absolutely.
Get away from your screen, go out there, talk with these people,
touch some grass.
It doesn't matter if you're in shape or not. There's so many people I hear, I actually just heard it the other day in the gym. I was telling somebody about the Tough Mudder in Twin Cities, and she was like, "I'm 65 years old. I could never do that." And I'm like, "So let me tell you about Monty Montgomery." Right?
Yep.
He was 96 years old, I think, when he did his last one or something like that. Yep. You're not too old.
Yeah, 60. Spring chicken at 65.
And they're like, "Well, I don't run a whole lot." I'm like, "Good, because when I go out with a group of newbies, we're not running, we're traversing, we're walking." It's just a fun thing. You can run later on, just come and do it.
Yeah, I always say the hardest part is signing up.
It is. Well, no, anybody can sign up. Showing up.
That's true. That is true. Nope, I like that even better. So let's get back on track.
Sorry.
No, I just want to be mindful of your time because I know you have to go. and I feel like I could sit here and talk all day.
So what time is it?
12, 13.
11, 13.
13.
We got some time yet.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you had to like change or get ready or.
Oh no, I'm changed.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. So we talked about the gala. If people want to get involved in their local teddy bear crawl, how do they do that?
If you go onto our website and sign up through there, like a lot of our stuff gets put up onto our social media page, Teddy Bear Crawl Foundation on Facebook.
I saw you got an Instagram.
We did. It's supposed to be the Teddygram.
I like that.
However, the person that is in control of it is very, very horrible at keeping up with it.
Is it you?
Yes. Yes. I am very, very horrible at being consistent, if you will.
Okay.
Or even putting stuff out there sometimes. Like it's marketing is not my strong suit by any means.
That's fair.
Everybody has a strength, right? Mine is not business or marketing. Mine's just being the idiot that does things.
I need to make you a shirt that just says the idiot that does things. Teddy bear crawl on the front, idiot that does things on the back.
It's funny because we actually now have a t-shirt that we made available. It has the Teddy Bear Crawl logo here. And on the back of it, it says bear crawl with a question mark. And it's like, I thought you said bar crawl.
Oh, I love that. That should be your marketing.
We're actually going to have a few of them at the expo for sale.
Perfect. Well, I have a cricket, so be on the lookout for your idiot with a whatever the phrase was.
Perfect. But yeah, if they go onto our Facebook page or go onto our website, they can sign up through there. Everything for fundraising wise, we just ask for donations. We don't have a way for them to set up fundraising pages or whatever. Mm-hmm. I will say the most successful teddy bear crawls we've had are when people that are local to the area go to their local communities to raise this money, because when we raise this money, it stays local.
Mm-hmm.
It stays in that community.
I love that.
Any dollar that was raised, so like Houston last year, we had one gentleman donate $5,000 or raise $5,000.
Holy smokes!
He was able to raise that, yes. And that was all in there. Like, and it kind of sucks because I'm northern Minnesota, right? We don't have a Spartan.
Right. So northern Minnesota is not getting teddy bears.
They are, but I have to be creative on my ways. Like last year, I did a pancake feed on the 4th of July and was able to get teddy bears for this area, right? But our bear crawls and stuff that we do like that, it really doesn't help me.
Right, and it doesn't help your community.
The thing about it is, last year alone, we were able to donate 7,500 teddy bears across the country.
Holy smokes, that's crazy.
That's a lot of kids.
Yeah. That is a lot of kids.
We're creeping up on being able to have 10,000 total donated. By the end of this year, we'll have 10,000 donated total.
That's amazing.
I want 1 million teddy bears to go get donated eventually, but
can you count? I can't count that high. Can you count that high?
That's what calculators are for.
That's true.
I found it funny because Mike Creedman, he was with us on the on that Beast Bear Crawl, and he's the one that kept track of everybody that stopped to actually bear crawl a section. And I'm like, how are you keeping track of these?
Right.
He's like, I like counting. I'm good at counting. And like, good for you.
He's like the count from Sesame Street. 1, 2,
Mike is one of those. He's been a supporter since the very beginning. And yeah. He's just one of an amazing individual that's always been supportive in anything that the Teddy Bear Crawl Foundation has done.
That's awesome. And I feel like it's important to have those people around you because, like, you need those hype men. The foundation needs hype men. Like, we need...
Oh, and like, if you're trying to fundraise or whatever for the foundation, Mike had it to where his company, every donation Mike made or any donation that was made through Mike, he would turn a receipt in and his company would match that donation.
That's awesome.
So he's like donating double.
Yeah.
So if you want to help raise money or want to help fund stuff and need the paperwork to be able to do that, or because we are a 501c3, we are registered, so everything is tax exempt.
Oh.
You can reach out to your company and try to get them to do that same match.
I work for a public school, so they're not going to be matching anything.
No, I'm thinking anybody else though.
No, I know, but just ask your they're going to be like, sorry, Caitlin, will you donate to us?
Well, and that's another thing. Like, so a company that we have, actually, I have a relative that owns it. They make coffee, right? And we do coffee. They do a.
Oh no, Mark. Oh no, I lost you.
Oh, are you there?
Are you there? I can hear you now.
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, what was the last we heard?
I have I have somebody with a coffee.
Okay, so a family member of mine, they own a coffee brewing company. It's called Heroes Rise Coffee, right? And last year we did a fundraiser where we'd sell bags of coffee and like $7 from every bag got donated.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm trying to figure out a way to utilize kids at schools because they're like the best salesmen ever. Like, look at Girl Scout cookies. Nobody can say no to kids.
I know. That is so true. Every time I see the Girl Scouts outside like the grocery store, I'm always like, okay, I'll buy another box.
Right.
I don't need 6 boxes of tag-alongs, but I'll buy all of them.
If I send an order form with kids and be like, hey, I'll give you a Tootsie Pop if you go in.
Yeah.
Have it like the biggest earner gets an iPad and then I'll get all the orders in the world then.
No, that is so true because my school does a fundraiser and like the top fundraising person gets entered into like a nationwide raffle to like win a PS5 and the kids are always like, I'm going to win the PS. I'm like, you're not going to win the PS5, but go ahead, go fundraise.
It's the cheapest.
You're going to win.
It's the cheapest labor that these companies can ever get.
That's true because it's not labor, it's fundraising.
Exactly.
I wonder too, like there's gotta be, I don't know, you're right though, like get the kids involved. How old's your son?
My son's gonna be 10.
That's a perfect age to be like, here you go.
I know. Don't worry, I'm gonna be putting him to work here soon.
Bring him to the gala.
No children at the gala. We got to keep it. This first one we got to make sure we know what we're working with here.
That's fair. 21 plus. I get it.
I will say one of the best things that my son told me last year. I was complaining about my hands hurting and how I'm not going to be able to bear crawl forever and stuff like that. And he comes up to me. He's like, "It's okay, Dad. When you can't do it anymore, I'll do it."
No.
I'm like,
oh my god.
I'm like, oh my god. Okay.
That's so sweet. Does he do like the kids Spartan races?
He does. Whenever he comes with me, a lot of my travel is by myself. Usually because I'm on course and it like obviously Spartan doesn't have a daycare.
Right.
So yeah. I enjoy having him with me at these events. Like that's one of the things that I like the most, and I wish he was able to see me do the harder events that I do. But it's always nice having somebody there at the finish line.
Yeah. Is that the best part about being a parent? We don't have kids yet, but my husband's always like, when we see like the kids races, he's like, oh, I can't wait. That's going to be the best. And I'm like,
what is the best part? I think the best part of actually being the parent is just the idea that you get to see. The best part is you get to see how much you impact the world because the kids will take after how you act, right? I will say that my son is very respectful towards others and he treats everybody like he'll meet handicapped individuals, right? And he doesn't bat an eye. Like he doesn't treat them any differently. He doesn't question them, whatever, right? The problem with being a parent is they act just like you. So me and him like to argue and want to have the last word all the time.
Oh no.
But no, just the idea that you are molding somebody to be somebody in this world, whatever this world ends up being.
Right.
You know, I'm very proud of it. Primarily because when we go back to talking about past history, I grew up without my dad. He was never in my life. So I always fear being the same dad, right? Which makes me not me.
I feel like so many men are that way, where they're like, their dad wasn't the best, or like my dad didn't have a great dad, but I have the best dad. Like, and I think so many men are like, well, like my dad was absent, or like I never knew my dad. And I'm like, I think those people turn out to be the best dads.
I think so too. I think it makes a big difference in how you learn what not to do. Like you can take two paths when you have that kind of a history. You can either go down the path of learning what not to be, or you're going to be the same exact thing.
Yeah.
And I think a majority of us try to be what, like, I don't know. I don't like making excuses as to why I am the way I am. I believe once you're an adult, you make your own choices no matter how you are raised.
Right.
It's just which ones do you make?
No, that's a good point. And like how I feel like you have to like learn how to not deal, but like treat your traumas to either be like a great thing in your life and you're going to use that to like propel forward, or like what you're going to do, like how you're going to compartmentalize that trauma.
Yeah, for sure.
Or how you're not going to deal with it. Who knows? People go all sorts of ways.
You never know what happens in a head. Sometimes it's better people don't know what goes on in my head. That's one thing when you start doing these intense events like these races, right? If you run ultra marathons, you have some kind of trauma. Like there's nobody in their right mind would go out there and run for 32 miles and 60 obstacles because they're right in the head. Like there's no...
I don't know. My husband tells me all the time the only trauma I have in my life is the fact that I ran for 25 hours.
That was the cause of your trauma.
He says that's the trauma you've lived through. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So I don't know, Mark. I think some of us are just trying to find... I think you're right. I do think like the very mentally tough people who like do these events, I think have a lot of trauma. And I think like
it's our way of dealing with it.
Yes. But I also think there's people like me who are just like, I wonder if I could do this. How, like, I could do hard things. Let me see what I can
do. There can be the handful of people that are like that, which is more power to you, because
it's stupid.
You have to build that mental toughness, right? Like you talk about mental toughness, the ones that are mentally tough have trauma. Well, it's because they had to become mentally tough because of that trauma, and that's why they're able to endure those events like that.
Yes, you are correct. And I think about that all the time. Like I saw people out there who like did not cry once, and I'm just like, oh no, like what have you been through in your life that like this doesn't faze you?
Something.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. But to get back on Teddy Bear Foundation track.
It's going to be a horrible podcast.
No, it's so funny because the interviews that my husband does, Mike, they're always very like, he keeps people on track. He like has a set of questions, and like you could always tell it's like neat and tidy and like wrapped in a bow. And then I do these interviews that like, I have questions, like, don't get me wrong. I have a list of questions I want to ask you, but then I like get so distracted, but I always find a way back. But what I was going to say is I did an interview like this recently with, do you know AJ Golick? He's an underdog guy.
I don't.
Okay. It was like, I don't know, 2 hours. It was unhinged. It was a lot. I had a lot of fun with it. It ended up being one of our like top listened to podcasts, I think, because it was just so like all over the place. Yeah. So you never know. I think people like to see people as human.
Right.
And like people like to be like, okay, like Mark's not just like sitting in a suit being like my foundation. Like they like to see
No.
I like to see the human side of people, and I think I'm just a chatty girl, and I think that sometimes works in my favor, that you will just talk to me.
Right?
So I think it's gonna be a great podcast.
Perfect.
I'm trying to think. Let me hold on one second.
Roll all the way past the question you had.
Yep.
That's okay. You'll find it.
So Mike wrote this question. He said, I also saw that you have Haverland Functional Fitness as a way to help more than the children in hospitals. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
So a lot of my side gig, or I was really pushing my personal training. I still do a little bit of personal training for the Haverland Functional Fitness. I don't push it as hard anymore because I'm trying to allocate a lot more energy to the foundation. The one thing that sucks about running a nonprofit organization is you don't get paid.
Right. So it's not your like everyday.
You don't get paid for any of it. You're running a business, but you don't get paid for it, right?
Right.
So I have a full-time job, like I said, propane delivery right now this time of the year. We're going 6 days a week or 12 hours.
Do people use propane to heat their house?
If they can't get natural gas or anything like that. Propane is very big here for remote areas. They have propane tanks. They use a propane for their stoves, their gas, their water heater.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, a lot of people run off of propane around here.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. It's very big. So this time of the year, we're very, very busy.
Mm-hmm.
But trying to run a fitness business on top of all this other stuff, I started to lose track of the idea of being a parent, or lose track of how much time was not spent being a parent.
Mm-hmm.
And that, obviously, being a parent is kind of a big thing for me. So
right.
When I started realizing that, I had to cut something. And I chose being a personal trainer. I still do a little bit, but not a whole lot.
Mm-hmm. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then is there anything else that you would like to tell us or talk about that I haven't asked you yet? Any tangents, any hills to die on?
No, I mean, like the biggest thing with the Teddy Bear Crawl Foundation as it is, a lot of people look at nonprofit organizations and they won't donate because we've had so many nonprofits pocket money, do it for their own personal gain, right?
Yeah.
We are not like that. We don't even get help paying for our trips to these events. Like every dollar that's donated goes to the organization.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody collects a paycheck. It's 100% volunteer run. Now we might get to a point where we do need to help with some expenses at some point because we can't. I've spent a crap load of my own money, at least $25,000 of my own money just in travel expenses these last few years.
Oh my gosh, Mark.
But that's just to go to show how much this foundation means to me and how much I want it to be successful. Flying into Boston for the OCR Expo, the flight's not bad. The hotels there are ridiculous.
Really?
You can't find a hotel for less than $100 a night.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That's a cheap hotel.
Mark, I wish I knew that. We have a guest bedroom. We're about an hour west. You could have stayed with us.
Actually, the hotel that we're staying in is actually an hour away.
Oh my gosh. Next time, you let us know. As long as you're okay. We have a 45-pound dog, as long as you're okay with her.
That's okay. I got 3 dogs myself.
Perfect.
But that's just it. Like I said, I'm in northern Minnesota. I have to drive 3 hours just to get to the airport that I fly out of.
Oh my gosh.
Right? And then you pay for parking. It gets expensive.
Yeah.
But we don't have the foundation pay for this stuff. The foundation is meant for the mission. Our mission is the children, and that's what we care about, and that's what we put our money to. we try to sell some of our merch to help with the operating costs of the foundation. Luckily for us, we don't have a whole lot of operating costs.
That's good.
Right? But yeah, it's a lot of people look at these organizations and they're hesitant to donate to us because they think we're pocketing stuff.
Right.
We're not.
Mm-hmm.
That goes for every board member. Like, every board member is a volunteer.
Right.
Everybody that and the reason we did this, or the reason I wanted to do it this way, is because I want you to be part of this organization because you actually care about the organization, not because you're getting something out of the organization.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, this year we got some big things happening. We have our teddy bear crawls, the Manitou Incline, Kilimanjaro, the gala. We have a lot going on.
Right.
We're trying our best to promote it and keep everybody up to date with it as it goes. But all I gotta ask is that you pay attention to our pages or our websites to keep up to date with what's going on with the foundation.
Yes. And the website is teddybearcrawl.org.
Correct.
And then your Instagram is...
Should be Teddy Bear Crawl Foundation.
Yep. And then your Facebook page is...
Teddy Bear Crawl Foundation.
Perfect. So pretty much find them at Google Teddy Bear Crawl Foundation. You'll find them on Instagram, Facebook, and their website.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
Do you have any sponsors you'd like to thank, or anybody else you'd like to thank?
Right now, I mean, I'd love... Spartan has been very, very beneficial or supportive of this. Spartan has been a great sponsor for us. New England OCR Expo is another great sponsor. Gabe with Obstacle Wonderland, they have helped us out tremendously. And I believe that is all of the current ones that we have right now. But if you want to sponsor, we're taking sponsorships. You want to help us fund rebuilding a school or foster kids going for the Climb for Hope. Speaking of that, love to thank Dealers of Hope for helping us, partnering with us and expanding our mission. If you want to sponsor for the gala, reach out to us. We'll have ways. We're going to be getting a sponsorship packet put together.
Oh, that's awesome.
So they have different tiers for whatever level of sponsorship they would want as well. Keep your eye out for that.
Welcome back.
Thank you, Mark Haverland, for taking the time to come on the show. We greatly appreciate it. And thank you to all the people that have taken on his event or plan to take on his events in the future. They're a good time. By a good time, I mean difficult, but that kind of difficult, fun time. For related episodes, episode 432 was the New England OCR Expo 2025 Part 1 Vendors. And in my notes, it also says he was in the following episode.
Oh.
433 New England OCR Expo 2025 Part 2 Athletes, Speeches, and Awards.
Subscribe and follow wherever you get your podcasts. We are Obstacle Running Adventures on all of the podcast players. If you like what you heard, leave us a review on that purple podcast app. We haven't gotten a review in so long.
Yeah, which don't actually do much to help the show, but it's nice to get once in a while.
Yeah, it's considering the last one was a 1-star review.
Yeah, we're still floating at 4.8. We're doing fine.
Yeah, true. You can support us on Patreon for as little as $2 or as many as $10. And make sure you join on the website and not the app, because the app... Sorry.
Yeah, the Apple app will charge you fees.
Sorry, that was confusing.
It is.
Coming up next, what did you do, Mikey?
Yeah, I had an interview with Ryan Hart from HeartFit in Colorado. Previously, he was in Illinois, but he has since moved and has set up a station there. Really looking forward to airing that interview. And then the weekend after that, we will be in Citi Field. And again, like I said before, we'll be doing the live stream. I'll be focused more on doing the finish line interviews and everything, but I'll see if I can help Jason as well. Caitlin won't be joining us.
I don't know yet.
Okay. But yeah, it's going to be a good time. Come say hi.
Feels like my life is very much up in the air right now, so.
Yes. Did you want to talk about World Toughest Mudder?
Well, I feel like there's not much to talk about other than currently my last day of school is June 29th. And
because of the snow days.
Yes, because we've had 7 snow days, which is like a record since I've started teaching in the district that I'm in. And World's Toughest Mudder is June 27th. So if you do the math, I will need to be a teacher and not a participant.
Yeah, you have to work a certain number of days, which makes sense. And they're also thinking about potentially working weekends or
April
holidays
vacation.
or April vacation.
Yes.
So you get out at a reasonable time.
I will literally work any day they want me to if I can get to World's Toughest Mudder.
Right. So Caitlin's letting this impact her training, as she shouldn't.
Yeah, I know. It's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But
think about it. You had so much time to go right on trails and everything, too. It would have been perfect.
In 29 inches of snow?
Yeah.
But I made this to get back on track.
This is an audio medium that Caitlin hasn't figured out after 400 and something episodes.
So this will hopefully get me back on track.
Did you make this yourself, or did your coach help you make this?
My coach gave me the workout for the day, and I made a calendar.
Yeah, I can find that to be pretty helpful. Caitlin got a joke or a quote to end this?
Do. What do you call a gingerbread man with one leg bitten off?
Crumbled?
Limp biscuit.
Nice.
I don't know why I thought I don't know. I thought it was funny. And then my quote is from Rachel Marie Martin. Life isn't either or, it's both. It's breathtakingly joy and the weight of heartbreak. It's shouting with excitement and whispering, I can't do this. It's laughing at 2 a.m. and crying in your car. It's the good, it's the bad, it's the in-between. And through it all, the ups and downs. It's still yours. It's still a gift.
Nice. Well, that just about wraps it up. My name is Michael Stefano.
My name's Caitlin Ritter.
I hope I feel better soon, and I'll talk to you. We'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe on your favorite podcast platforms
so you don't miss our future episodes.
We would greatly appreciate it if you write a review.
Reach out with feedback on social media.
And most importantly, share the show
with a friend or family member.
Our intro song was Streaker by Straight Up.
And our outro music is I'm Paul by The Best.
What? What? I lost my train of thought.
How dare you not include me?
I know.
I can't believe you did all the news without me.
I'm like, okay, I'll do the next news story. She's still not back, so I'll do the next news story. Okay, she's still not back, so I just kind of kept going.
Well, I was nervous. Normally, I feel like I would have ignored the outdoor, but since she had diarrhea today, I didn't want her to diarrhea the house.
That'd be really bad, yeah.